What is good? I mean, what is really good, my people? It is UK, Trotterbrother, Dr. Blade, the darkest man around. And today, guys, I'm here with Avatar Yaya, Cosmic Flare, and External Flash. Say hi to the people.
You sound like designer on
Honestly, what are you doing? That's the craziest ad-lib I've ever heard in my life.
But anyway, guys, we'll be talking about the character creation and whether this could work in this game, whether we would see this in this game, and who wants to go first? Should I let the Naruto start?
I'm dabbing, so
Avatar, like, you start, bro.
Alright, I go first. Alright, Anywho, character creation in this game will be really rather interesting. I feel like that they'll have to break it down into like factions in a way, more so like I guess like Destiny or something like that, and just give us a pre-build and work on it. Or they could just take the Xenoverse route with almost little to no customization options. You get what I'm saying? Like they just give us like few hairstyles, a few pieces of armor, a few garments, a few clothing, and I could see it one or two ways.
Yeah, I think the character creation they're gonna do, I think it's gonna be like Battle of Z, kind of like. I think you're gonna have pretty much the same characters in the game, but they just might add different variations. Like you can change their costumes and colors. In terms of creating a whole new character, they possibly could do it, but I don't really see how they'd incorporate it. I feel like you'd have limited abilities or just combos, and you kind of have like certain defaults or presets you could have, maybe little variations, but it's definitely something interesting to see. I'm not really sure what direction they could take, but it's kind of broad. It's like they can go anywhere with this.
So Flash?
Okay, so I'm basing my opinion on how character creation could work off of a comment on Dr. Love 307's video. So shout out to Zai Zodiac, or Zodic, or I don't know. It's from Hunter x Hunter. I forgot how to pronounce it, so don't judge me. He says, my idea for a Naruto created character story. And so pretty much he explains that you're one of Orochimaru's test subjects who like have escaped. Then you either have like a mix of like Shinju DNA, Uzumaki DNA, Uchiha DNA, Hyuga, etc. So kind of like Yamato. So it's like you pretty much get to, in the creation, you pick your own I guess where you're from, and that's kind of like the backstory. But it's like I don't know. I don't really know how it's gonna work in this game, man. Cause like I feel like me and Blake are gonna have a similar opinion.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's everybody says it's perfect for this game. I really don't think it's that perfect. I think we need to see more on how the story mode is before we, I guess, judge. Because so far it just seems a little bit weird.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like the story mode might just, right now we need to know how the game plays. Like, is it really complex? Is it simplistic? Which it has to be somewhat simplistic in a way because of the 4v4.
Yeah.
Right, or like, the in-between. And then the story mode, this probably could be set up like Xenoverse, like somebody gets a bootleg scroll that lets them go back in time and look up that timeline. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I hope it's not that. even though that would be lit for Naruto, I hope it's not that. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, but bro, just imagine this ain't happening in Naruto to Boruto, but just imagine your character goes, your character's in the future and he's talking to adult Boruto.
Oh my god,
be lit, but that's not happening.
The first thing you would be like is, what happened to my eye? Like, start freaking out midway.
No, but like when it comes to my thoughts about this, I don't think it's gonna happen because it's the way they advertise the game. They didn't advertise the game regarding story mode. They didn't advertise the game regarding character creation. Same like look at Xenoverse. Xenoverse, they hinted at character creation being a big part of it. So if they were to implement,
the first thing they talked about was character creation because it was so big. Like character creation was literally the selling point for Xenoverse. So
yeah, it's like they did the same thing with Ultimate Tenkaichi. People saw Ultimate Tenkaichi for good cinematics, but they're like, oh my gosh, we can do character creation for the first time. Because they tried to do that with Battle of Z, and that was the biggest letdown, and people flipped out because all you did was change colors. So it's like any game where you can pretty much, I guess, place yourself in the story in the fashion that you want it to and have your own appearance, that's always going to be a big selling point. That's what they did with Xenoverse.
Like, but what I was going to say is that the issue is if they were going to add character creation to this game, it will end up being like Ultimate Tenkaichi as like an additional feature rather than a thing that's centered around the game, because like they were saying, the game's going to be heavily based on online team battles. So character creation on this game is unlikely, in my opinion. But if it happens, I'll be shocked, because they didn't really advertise it. Like Naruto to Boruto, team battles, advertising the fact that you can use like
online
jutsus.
experience.
Yeah, exactly. Online experience is emphasizing all around that. So don't expect too much from the story mode. Like, in my opinion, don't expect too much from it because of the way they're advertising the game. If it's character creation, that they'll push out the character creation, and also like the visual will kind of matter when it comes to character creation as well, because like that's one of Xenoverse's selling point. It looked different compared to other Dragon Ball games, and seeing like Super Godfist in that first trailer got people hyped and excited. But this is more so using your favorite Naruto characters and like teaming up with your friends and battling online. So we better have them glorious connections, bruh. We better not have them Storm 4.
Right, like we need good hit detection. We need team combos if possible. Like if they're making online the best thing, they need to do that. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, just a note on the hit detection thing. I feel like it will be better than Dragon Balls, just for the simple fact that like they don't fly and move at high speed, damn near every
or teleport.
Battle.
Yeah. And if you remember Revolution, remember when they had the kind of like, it was like the whole like tournament where you had a bunch of people fighting at once. I mean, the hit detection online wasn't really the best, but it definitely wasn't like garbage, because like you said, it was toned down compared to Dragon Ball Z. There's no flying around or anything. You kind of pretty much, your main focal point and anything you might have issues with is using jutsus or something, like just clashing. But since they kind of already have a little bit of skill and like knowledge doing this prior in games before, I think for this one they kind of should have a well-stabled idea of what they need to do, especially since the graphics are different. I feel they're a little bit more toned down, at least in my opinion, so that'll kind of allow them the chance to go ahead and enhance everything in terms of the game mechanics so that it's kind of more fluid. But the biggest problem I'm gonna have is how is it gonna work in terms of just doing it locally, because locally it's gonna be probably split up. Honestly, there's no way they're gonna have 4 people on just one giant screen and not have it like split into different like quadrants. So it's like, how are people going to be able to just, I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. How is it going to function well enough so people can like enjoy it?
I can explain that. Offline, it could be like Mario Kart.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And if anything, if somehow like this game gets to that scene of like competitiveness, they could just do LAN. All you need is like 4 Ethernet cables, well 2, connect them to one giant TV, bam.
Yo, Avatar, there's one problem.
Right,
I don't think it'll get to that competitive level, to be honest. Like,
I mean,
okay. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
right? Blick always like Naruto Evo. Like,
no. That's Storm 4. That's Storm 4. We're not talking about the greatness that is Storm 4.
Oh my God, Blick.
The gloriousness.
No, we're bumping off a topic though.
Okay.
Like.
Anyway. Let me just get Blick, y'all. Blick me and the coon right now. Anyway, the worst case scenario with character creation could generally be like Revolution. Like, just give us a kunai or a giant axe on our back and call it a day. That's the worst I could see.
But I don't know. All I want, you don't even need like huge character creation in this game. Like, what you could do is kind of like a scaled down sort of online character creation system.
That would be smart.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. You know, obviously you pick the village for the headband. And when you pick the village, you're limited to what skills you have. Like, you could be like an Uchiha, you could be, you know, a Hyuga, etc., etc. Like, if you're part of the sand. Personally, I think puppets, of course, should be only sand. So if you're part of sand, you could be a puppet user, and you know, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I think that's what they should do, and then, you know, maybe have like 6 hairstyles. It doesn't have to be anything huge. Like, just give us something, and I think they should do that maybe to test the waters. And if it does well, release a sequel or another Naruto game with character creation with a bumped up system. Like, because people have been asking for this for years. They should at least try it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys think we're gonna get like new jutsus for like created characters to like, do something different, or do you think they're gonna just like pass on jutsus
like,
to us?
Like them giving us character creation like as a whole will be a miracle because they have they didn't show any. They didn't even show Boruto in the first trailer.
That's facts.
Yeah.
So
he's in the title, man.
So I feel like they're gonna like test this game out to see like if people want this game. Maybe the next game will get character creation because based on what this game is like, we don't even know if character creation will be best suited to this game. We don't know. We're not even sure if this game is a full on sort of like free roam game. All we know is that the maps are big. They could be like a J-Stars in terms of map size.
Right. These videos are just theories. Like we've only got a trailer, one scan, and a couple of HD screenshots. That is all. So yeah, that we're just going off of like what slight possibilities.
You guys got anything else to add? Naruto, Avatar. I didn't even mean to do that.
I need milk.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
It's getting hot in here, so take off.
I actually didn't mean to do that.
My computer just blew up. Rest in peace.
No, we editing that shit out, bro. Restart that shit, bro.
Restart that.
You got anything to add, Avatar?
Keep it. I'm fine.
Like I did have something, but after that,
I didn't even mean that.
Everything
bro.
changed.
I have a positive outlook right now. I have a positive outlook.
This man Blake turned on his infinite Tsukuyomi. He was like,
but anyways, let's just end this video.
Yeah. Like,
people
comment, subscribe.
That we had to edit something out, but that's okay.
Kappa.
Yellow swagger. What? I don't know what I'm talking about, Mitch.
Peace, guys.